Hello, hello, hello. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Hello. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. 23 people watching, no likes. Come on, y'all. Hope everybody's having a good Juneteenth. I'm going to share some history about Juneteenth. A lot of people don't even know what Juneteenth means. Do you know what Juneteenth means? The ones in the bushes, do you know what Juneteenth means? And don't forget to check out my short video. I made a refreshing drink. And it's non-alcohol. You can put some alcohol in it, but it's just strawberries, oranges, lemonade, pineapple juice, orange juice. Very refreshing, a good drink for the summer. Hope everybody's having a great day. My day is going well. It's been raining all day today, y'all. That rain been coming down. And of course, this is my shirt from my shop. Anything from my store is 25% off. But this is my Juneteenth shirt. You can get one a day. You can wear it anytime. Or you can have it for next year. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. I had 23 people watching. One like. I know it'll be double trolls. But hey, it is what it is. Hope everybody's enjoying their day off. Because Juneteenth is a holiday. But it has not always been a holiday. Juneteenth has not always been a holiday. And a lot of people don't even know what it means. So today, I will be sharing some history behind it. Over here on my channel, you get wellness, awareness, you get history, you get meal preps. You get a little of it all. Because I am a every woman. So don't be surprised with some of the things you see over here. But it always be positive. I'm all about uplifting and not tearing down. And if you're tuning in, I do welcome you. So I see somebody, her name Mason. Hey, Mason. How's your day going? Do you know the meaning behind Juneteenth? Do you know any history? Anybody come in my chat before I tell y'all the history about Juneteenth? Do anybody in the chat? Anybody in the bushes? Do y'all know the history of Juneteenth and why they celebrate it? A lot of people now saying Juneteenth is just like 4th of July to them. You know, we recognize Memorial Day. We recognize 4th of July Day. We also have Labor Day. So now we got Juneteenth. A lot of the federal jobs are closed today. The post office. Today is a holiday. Every day is a holiday to us. If you're living, every day is a blessing. I want to get into the history behind Juneteenth. When did it start? When did it get established? When did they put it into Congress to pass for it to be a federal holiday? A lot of people have a day off. A lot of the schools, the daycare. A lot of places did have today off. I think the hospital, the hospitals and nursing home, all those places still go on. It's just that some of them probably had days off. But Juneteenth is recognized to be a holiday. You're coming in, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're in the bushes, please be respectful if you're coming in my chat. So I'm just going to do a little history. I'm not going to be on long. Just going to share some history about it while I'm enjoying my drink. If you check my video out, you'll see how I made it. I had just made it about 30 minutes ago. I put some ice in it, let it chill. Very refreshing. This is something you can have on your summer hot days if you don't want to get a whole lot of caffeine and stuff like that. So right here, I will be reading to y'all the history behind Juneteenth. A lot of people are doing celebrations today. Some people wearing t-shirts. Some people having parades and different stuff like that. In our area, they doing different things, but it rained today, so they probably wasn't able to do a whole lot. But Saturday they gonna have parades. They're gonna have vendors and stuff like that. I went last year. Hopefully, hey Miss Key, how you doing? Did you see my drink I made today? You gotta check out my short. But how your day going? Happy Juneteenth. It been raining all day today, girl. It been raining all day. Hey Frank, how you doing? Happy Juneteenth. Toast. I made me some hey, welcome in. Poor girl, you okay? Get that troll out my chat. Get that troll out. I'm great. Ain't no alcohol in here. This is just fresh fruit and juice. Am I okay? Are you okay? Don't come in with that. Don't come in here with that. Don't come in here with being trolling, okay? You know they'll come back in under disguise, but right here, sorry, no. Sorry, nothing. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Just, I was going to share some history behind. Do y'all know what Juneteenth mean? What does Juneteenth mean? Y'all know it ain't always been a federal holiday, right? They just made it a federal holiday a few years ago. So I'm going to share a little history behind it. I'm not going to be on long. Just popping in. Y'all know how I do. Come in for a little bit. Talk a little bit. Right now is observed. It's a federal holiday, but it ain't always have been a holiday. It has not always been a holiday. And a lot of people don't even know what it means. They know it's Juneteenth, but do they really know what it means? And like I said, this is from my shop right here. I got things 25% off only today. Only today is 25% off. I'm gonna let y'all see my what you said, Frank, now? You said, yeah. Today means freedom. Freedom. I'm trying to see what Frank was saying. He was saying, no, I thought it meant for the people who changed themselves. Okay. So it's got something to do about the slaves that was I'm gonna read to y'all about it. Y'all don't forget to go that I know you just commented on my points I made. You could also put some you could add alcohol in it, but this is just trying to see. Trying to put it on my back. Y'all see my drink right there? It says strawberries, pineapple, oranges. I got some orange juice in it. I got some pineapple juice. I added some water, and I got some of that lemonade, like a frozen lemonade. If you check out my short, you will see it. And shout out to everybody who did the who's doing the prayer challenge. We got one more day to go. I've been doing mine in short, just in case y'all haven't seen them. Shout out to Frank G. Frank G Life. Shout out to Miss Key Kitchen and more. It seems like we're a team now, y'all. Shout out to Sassy. Y'all been hanging in there with us. Y'all been hanging in there with us. Next week, we're going to be doing brunch of the day. And then we will do 30 minutes of live stream or 30-minute video. Yes. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, Six Ball, how are you? Good to see you. Y'all see my drink? Ain't nothing in it, though. Ain't no alcohol in it. You go ahead and check out my short if y'all want to see how I made it. This is a good little summer drink. This is my Juneteenth shirt from my shop. Anything from my shop is 25% off today. Today is only 25% off. So a lot of y'all do know what Juneteenth mean, right? I can't say what I really thought. Don't say it right. Don't say it right. Yeah, shout out to Sassa. She doing her thing over there. She have her own challenge going on, her own personal challenge. But she also with the challenge we got going on. Shout out to my members. Shout out to those Georgia what? So y'all know the history behind Juneteenth, right? Y'all know y'all get history over here. Y'all get some wellness over here. Y'all be live it all over here. Y'all just don't know. I be doing me some investigation and everything. Hey Joshua, how are you doing? Happy Juneteenth. So it means black people free. Are we really free? You are right. I'm gonna tell y'all what it means. You know, I'm gonna give y'all a little history. I'm trying to get my page here. Welcome in everybody. Y'all gonna do a little history class. Just in case you don't know the meaning behind it of Juneteenth and what it means. Okay. In 1863, during the American Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Yeah, you're right. Is we really free? Which declared more than 3 million enslaved people living in the Confederate state to be free. Abraham Lincoln was the one that signed, or he was the one that issued the emancipation of the proclamation. You probably heard this in history class when you was in school. If you were like me, you probably weren't paying attention half of the time. You was in class, but you probably still wasn't really listening to when all this. It's in our history books, but it just came federal a few years ago. So Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, which declared more than 3 million enslaved people living in the Confederate state to be free. And the slavery remained legal in border states loyal to the Union, such as Delaware, Maryland, Kentucky, Missouri, and West Virginia, and not officially abolished in the United States until the passage of the 13th Amendment. Oh, wow. More than 2 years passed, however, before enslaved African Americans living in Texas, 250,000 was free. It was not until the Union soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas on June 19, 1865, and were able to enforce the edict that the state resident finally experienced freedom for some enslaved and some enslaved alike. It was through General Gordon Granger that first learned that slavery had been, they was trying to cut it out. They was trying to cut Juneteenth out. You know who was trying to do that, right? Y'all already know who was trying to cut it out, but it didn't work. He did not sign it, so he couldn't, But some of the people in his office are not celebrating today. But a lot of those federal jobs are closed. Okay, they first learned that slavery had been abolished in the Confederate States. The order read in part, the people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from executive of the United States, slaves are free. Okay? Reactions to the freedom from farmland slave range from silent disbelief, not shocked, to celebrate, filled with prayer, feasting, song. See, that's what they be doing. A lot of people are celebrating today. And this what they were doing back in the day. They would do prayers, they would be feasting, they would be singing, and they'll be dancing. Those celebrations from the basis of annual holiday. They would come to have many names, including Emancipation Day, Jubilee Day, and Juneteenth. They doing a Jubilee Day in my area Saturday. They're gonna be doing parade. They're gonna be doing dancing. They're gonna be doing a little bit of all. They're gonna do it. They started today, but they're gonna do a lot of stuff on Saturday. We attend last year was so hot. Hopefully, we're gonna try to go this year. So the celebration tradition do come every year, June 19th. This is the day they signed for to be emancipated. The following year, on June 19, 1866, the first official Juneteenth celebration took place in Texas. The original observance include prayer meetings and singing of spirituals, and celebrants wore new clothes and a way of representing their newfound freedom. Black American claims to dedicate spaces to celebrate Juneteenth, and the first official Emancipation Park was established in Houston in 1872. I'm just reading y'all a little history about when it started and why they're celebrating, because they had freed a lot of slaves during the time. So today is a day of celebration. Today is a day of freedom. Okay. Within a few years, as black Texans moved around the country and spread a Juneteenth tradition, communities in other states began celebrating the day as well. Celebration has continued annually across the United States into the 21st century, and typically include prayer, religious service, speeches, parade, education event. And we doing prayer this week, so it was a good week for us to do prayer, guys, because it's just like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on out in the world today, and a lot of people probably need prayer, and so I'm glad that we chose to do prayer this particular week. Also, we should continue to keep lifting each other up, continue to pray for one another. Like they said, they do prayer, religious service, speeches, parades, educational events, family gatherings, picnics, festivals with music. These are just things that they do to celebrate Juneteenth. Music, they play music, do family gathering, festivals, prayer, different things like that, and food. Celebration often include a performance of Lift Every Voice and Sing. Y'all remember that song? Y'all remember singing that song in school? Lift every voice and sing. I don't know the whole song, but that's the song. That is the original song. The original song for June 19th. The unofficial Black American national anthem. They consider that song as a national anthem. But I remember we used to sing it in school. I remember we used to sing that. We used to do the Pledge of Allegiance. I don't even think they do that no more. I don't really think they even. I don't even think they do that before they start class. But yes, that is some of the history about it, y'all. So that is what we're celebrating today, and what we are acknowledging today is big. It's a big accomplishment. Because a lot of people got freed during the time, And so they use it as a federal holiday to recognize all those slaves that was let free during that time. So they said consuming red food. They said anything red would represent Juneteenth. That's why I made my punch today. My punch is red. Y'all see it? It's red. You probably have to look at my short to be able to see it. real good. But they said consuming red food and drink is essential to Juneteenth. Celebration and for some African American represent cultural connection to West African heritage. The color red meant power. So that's why they said they recognize red. People do red foods, probably red desserts. So I chose to do a red punch. I remember one year McKee had made some and another person had made some along with me. You know, the color red meant power and sacrifice to the cultural practice of West Africa affected by transatlantic slave trade, particularly the Yorubas and the Karo who brought their beliefs and tradition with them to their enslaved communities in America. Okay? So I just shared some history behind Juneteenth. A lot of people didn't know that, a lot of people don't like me. It's a lot of stuff I still don't know when it comes to our history. Even though we took history class, it's good to try to refresh our memories on stuff and share with our children, let them know, what things was going on. But they ain't at school right now, but they do know the day is Juneteenth though. And they've been doing events all day, but it's been raining, so that probably slowed some things down. I'm just looking at some right here. But yes, Juneteenth. I'm trying to see when did they make Juneteenth a federal holiday. I'm trying to see what day it was. And yes, I lost a family friend today too. I've been a little sad today, but that was a shock about her. Oh my God. She was a bus driver. She was a family friend. Everybody knew her. And I just want to keep her family in prayer. Just so much going on. I had just seen her a few weeks ago. So I said, you don't know when gonna be your last time seeing somebody. But may she rest in peace. She was a family friend. Her and my brother now, they was real close. Anytime if she was able to help somebody, that one thing she did do. So I'm gonna see when did Juneteenth when did I'm trying to see who signed it. I'm trying to see what president signed that bill. One of those presidents signed the bill for it to be federal. Do anybody know? Who signed the bill? Let me see. When did Juneteenth became I know it's been a few years because it haven't always been federal though. It has not always been federal. I don't know. I can't see nobody in the chat. Maybe it's just nobody not in here. But if you're in my chat, I'm talking about Juneteenth and why people are celebrating and why Juneteenth is a federal holiday. Because of the slaves, the numbers. There was a lot of them that got free. Over 250,000 people was emancipated. I can't even say it. A lot of them was freed on that day. Emancipated. I get emancipated. I can't even say it. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. That was a blooper right there. Cause I couldn't even get the word out. I get tired too sometimes. So when was Juneteenth became what everybody been doing today? If anybody been chat became trying to see when did it come a You know, a lot of them people in the office didn't want it to become a holiday though. Okay. Right here is saying what year it did. Right here is showing. Uh, is I'm still alive? Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I done lost my background and everything. There you go. Right here it's showing. I don't know what's going on with my chat. I can't see my chat. Right here it's showing when did it start getting to be a federal holiday. It's saying I got 6 people, but I can't see nobody comment. If anybody comment, I don't know. It's not showing. That'll be the other phone and them. Okay. Okay, Joe. This when after all those years, all those slaves got free during the 1800s. But 2021 was when the Juneteenth became a federal holiday. It became a federal holiday, and it was signed by Joe Biden. I know it had been that long, maybe what 2021. So they said Juneteenth, a day that marks the emancipation. I got it right this time. Emancipation of enslaved Black Americans, always observed June 19th of each year. It became a U.S. federal holiday in 2021 following the sign of a bill by former President Joe Biden. That's why he wanted. That's why Donald Trump wanted to. He's saying he wasn't gonna do it, but anything that Joe Biden had to do with a sign, he's trying to undermine that man. But he couldn't cut that out. He was trying to cut Juneteenth out, but it didn't work. So Juneteenth became a federal holiday in 2021 after President Joe Biden signed, I still say President, Joe Biden signed a bipartisan legislation into law. So it's in the law. So it is recognized every year, every June 19th. And right here it said, however, it has been celebrated by the African American community for more than 150 years. Like I said, it been out there, but it just got federal in 2021. And has been a holiday in Texas for decades. Wow. Like I said, we used to hear about this stuff in school, about the many slaves, all the slaves that did get free and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't understand why people are celebrating today. Because it is because of freedom. There was a lot of people that was hold capture and a lot of them did get free. I'm glad slavery is no more, but some people try to make you feel like you're in slavery. But slavery is no more. You don't have to sit there and take nothing from people now. They can't just treat you that way. They might try, but some people still feel like they can talk to people in a kind of way or treat people in a kind of way. But ain't nobody no slave around here. Even though they said people, some people, I hate to say it, but they talk about some people be having sex slaves. I don't know. There ain't no slaves around here, but I still say it's some prejudice out here. It's still some prejudice out here. It ain't like it was, but it's still some prejudice out here in the world. I see Six Bowl, she had said shout out to Sassy. I try to recognize everybody. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss nobody comment. Right now I can't even see nobody comment. Okay. I know she had been doing a lot of different stuff. Shout out to everybody that doing what they're doing to better themselves. Shout out to everyone. So we know the real reason behind Juneteenth. It's because of the emancipation of the end of slavery. I ain't gonna try to say that word no more. But it's mean that all the one that was enslaved, all of them got free. And the federal holiday came about in 2021. Thank you, Joe Biden, for that. Cause a lot of people probably was glad to be off today and enjoy, they need to recognize some more days. That's right. All this started in 1865. That's when all the slaves, they had to go on and sign the bill and everything. And it happened in Texas, like I just read. So they're saying at least 28 states. Not everybody is recognizing Juneteenth for being a holiday. They say it's 28 states and the District of Columbia now legally recognized Juneteenth as state holidays and gave the state workers a paid day off. See, some of the states are not even recognizing Juneteenth. So they said Texas officially declared Juneteenth a holiday in 1980, but Joe Biden signed the bill in 2021 for it to be federal. Okay? They said, although in part of a celebration, the day is also observed stopping to honor those who suffered the horrors of slavery in the 400 years since the first captive African arrived in the colonies that would eventually become the United States. Wow. What is significant about Juneteenth this year? The year Juneteenth celebration comes amid President Donald Trump's ongoing efforts. Ooh, I told you he was trying to cut it out, y'all. They said, what is significant about Juneteenth this year? This year, Juneteenth celebration come amid President Trump ongoing efforts to dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts across the federal government and weaken civil rights legislation. Lord Jesus. That's why that man was saying they're trying to erase history. They're trying to erase history, but he can't do it. He's trying. Trump has issued a series of sweeping executive orders that advocates groups and experts warn might deep equities and undo decades of progress made toward ensuring civil rights protection. He's trying to undermine all the things that, Lord, this man trying to change history, y'all. He's trying to change history where people got the right to, when, oh my goodness. He's trying to change some civil right protection what people have put in place over years. Golly. He president, but he ain't God. Why are you trying to change the whole? He just trying to change the whole United States to fit his narrative. The administration has also removed sometimes briefly historic content. What? They said he was doing that stuff. They said the administration has also removed sometimes briefly historical content about Black Americans and other communities of color from the government website. That's what they was talking about on the BET Award. They were saying they're trying to erase history. They're trying to take away. They don't want our children, like a lot of our children know about a lot of Black history. Then the ones that are coming up now, they might not even get a chance to learn about Juneteenth and all these other different type of historic events and things that have happened in the United States, and probably some things that have been bad because they trying to erase everything. They're trying to take it out the history book. Lord. And if you want your children to know about their ancestors and things that was going on back in the slavery time and how they was got and miss and piss. I'm climbing on my own stuff. I can't say and how they got freed. I'm just gonna say that. I ain't gonna try to say the other word. It won't come out. But if you want to tell your kids about, the history and about your parents, their parents before them, I guess you got to tell them yourself. You can read a book and share things about history. But now people don't hardly read books. They get on their computer like me. They go to Google or they'll go to something concerning history and they'll, if you want to know anything. But wow, they said that man was trying to change all that stuff. Why is he trying to do that, y'all? Why is Donald Trump trying to change history? Oh my God. Leave things alone, man. Let people learn about their history. That's why I like to go to those museums and different places like that. You can find out a lot of stuff, especially back in the old days. I really think he God, y'all. I really think he God. Leave stuff alone. I know they got Tyler Perry for allegedly sexual harassing somebody, but he was one of the ones that was speaking on this at the BET Award. He said they trying to erase history. Because soon as Donald Trump got in the office, right? I read where they was trying to erase a lot of stuff like Juneteeth, a lot of the Black history stuff. Why? Why? Man. I'm going to go to my computer because I don't even know if anybody in my chat or not. Because I really can't see no comments. But yes, a lot of people don't even know the real meaning of Juneteenth. A lot of people don't even know. So it's about freedom, guys. It's about all the people that paved the way for us to be free. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that things are not the way they was in the slavery days. If things were like that now, woo, it would be a mess. Because the way how things are, people ain't taking that stuff sitting down now. You know what I'm saying? People ain't just gonna let people do them any kind of way. Put it like that. I'm trying to see if I can see my chat. Yeah, but it's good to know your history though, guys. It's good to know your history. Hey everybody, I know y'all been laughing at me trying to say that word. So I ain't gonna say it though, but hello. I didn't know y'all was in the chat, so I can't see the comments and stuff. I'm looking at them now. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Y'all enjoying y'all day off? Hey, Lion Pride. Hey, East Dad. Everybody that I haven't seen because I was reading something off another device and I couldn't see my comments. Good to see everyone. Are y'all enjoying your day off? Are y'all enjoying your day off? But yeah, that was straight shame. He trying to erase history. Y'all see I'm celebrating y'all. Non-alcoholic. But yes, we should be proud of today. We should be proud and We should feel good about what our ancestors and people did during that time. You know, they was getting whipped. They was slaves. But he's trying to change everything, y'all. He's trying to change everything. I'm trying to see what in the chat. You at work? You at to work today? Lion, you been doing okay? Ain't been seeing you lately. Have you been walking lately? People running for office on racism. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It's still some racism out here. Excuse me. I guess I haven't been seeing I haven't been getting no notification. That's why, I asked. Okay, I'm finna move up, trying to see the comment. Cause I was on my phone, I couldn't, I'm trying to go back up. Let's see. But anybody that I didn't get a chance to speak to, hello, hello, hello. And I was just speaking on our history. You said my baby. Sibo. Ooh, he is tripping. That man just about went crazy. Now he's trying to get some iPhone. Y'all give y'all one of them new Trump phone. Oh, Lord, was good working. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm seeing what you spoke. I done went all the way back. I couldn't see no comments on my phone. Okay, let me see what y'all was saying. I done missed a lot. Let me see. Frank's so crazy. Frank said June. Frank said Juneteenth is old as dirt. Yes, Lord. It's old. This an old holiday here. All them slaves got free back in the 1800s, y'all. One nut us bone. One nut us in my chat bone. Oh, Lordy. Hold on. I'm trying to see what Seabo's saying. Seabo's Seabo, you need to get on your baby daddy. You need to get on your baby daddy. So, what I meant, okay. I read what Biden did it the first year in office. We are glad. Yeah, he did in 2021. She can't see it. She can't see it. I have the things Biden did, and they give him credit for. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You right. And he trying to I'm going back trying to check out on my phone. I couldn't see no comment. I thought nobody was in the chat. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. I can't see the comments. I was trying to refresh my phone, and I don't know. When you go through YouTube, I'm putting YouTube direct on my phone. That's probably why. Okay, Lion Pride said, now what Frank said, of course, not Lion Pride, okay. Yeah, he trying to undermine everything that man accomplished. That's crazy what they trying to do. Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? I went to the aquarium today. Oh, that was nice. You had fun? I saw the Sea Lion show. Okay. Welcome in. Happy Juneteenth. Y'all got y'all something red. They said red represent power. So if y'all got y'all, maybe you got some red Kool-Aid. I made my red punch. If you got a red drink or something red in your hand, let's toast, y'all. Let's give it up. Let's give it up. Happy Juneteenth. Let's see what else y'all saying. It's good to see you, East Dad. Thank you for popping in. Your job wasn't off today? So they say a lot of places aren't recognizing it as a holiday now. They still saying there's a lot of states still are not recognizing it as a holiday. I know the hospitals and all those places are still open, Yeah, 1865. Child, wasn't another. One none of us. None of us. I'm trying to read y'all comments. Uh, you better not call our work. So a lot of these jobs are not off today, huh? Wow. Wow. I'm thinking everybody off, but his dad said he's working. Like the post office closed, the bank is closed. You know, hmm. But they supposed to pay out double pay, don't they? Because I remember when I used to work, right? And they wanted us to work on Martin Luther King Day, right? They had to pay us double pay. Don't they work on holidays? They had to pay double pay. But Trump, six balls. You need to get on your baby dad. Y'all getting y'all hey, are y'all getting what his phone gonna be called? Are y'all getting a Trump iPhone? Lord Jesus. Who getting a Trump iPhone? Tell me how it work now. I don't even know how to do no iPhone. Oh, Jesus. They said it's bad for to get some phones, y'all. Oh, have mercy. What kind of plan he gonna have? What kind of phone plan he gonna have, y'all? That man gonna be cutting them phones off. Especially if you don't go along with what he say. Lord Jesus. What is he gonna come up with next, y'all? What is he gonna come up with next? They need to leave the history alone. Let people, the people that don't know their history, let them learn about their history. Because I know Juneteenth, they have talked about slavery in school and different stuff like that. But I knew it wasn't a federal holiday up until Biden became president. It took all those years, though. Look how long that was. From 1865 to 2021. Woo, woo. That was a long time, wasn't it, y'all? Wow. So how many of y'all gonna get a Trump phone? Put a thumb in the chat. Put a thumb up or a thumb down. Is he gonna get some free minutes? Cause I love my Obama phone. Where it at? I need to go find it. Government wants to hear what you are talking about. You said the government wants to hear what you were talking about. Oh, Lord. After all that, they still create laws to restrict your right. Yes. So did you see my live yesterday? Did you see what they did to that? Did you see what happened to that girl that was pregnant? Because of the law. The line pride. Now, you know that. You're going to be on your line tonight. Charlie girl, look at my Trump phone. Line pride. I can see you now. Charlie girl, you see my Trump phone? Really? But did you see what I was talking about yesterday, Line Pride? On how they used the law. They used the law to keep this girl on life support, right? In order for her to have that baby. Because of the laws they had in Georgia. That's what I was talking about yesterday. Line Pride. I can see you out there walking now. You know how you be walking, right? And you hear that phone? Oh, I wouldn't donate him. Woo, this is my Juneteenth shirt. Yeah, I got these in my shop. They're 25% off today. But Frank, I can see you now, Frank. You know how we be doing reviews on stuff. Y'all gonna be like, I got my Trump phone. Ooh, Lord. If y'all would get, well, would y'all tell somebody? Tell the truth. Cause honey, every chance I get, I be getting me a bumper phone. I had two phones. I still call them a bumper phone. Even though they didn't change the names of the phone now. uh, what you say? No, no. What, Frank? You said no, no. I be trying to get me a free phone, but they let you get so many. You know, I had to go try to, cause I lost my phone. It's in there. It's on charger. But I be keeping up with my little phone, cause you never know. There'll be free phone. There'll be free minutes every month. Shoot. But yeah, y'all. But serious on a serious note, though, they need to take the holidays serious. If people need to be off, let them be off. We got what else coming up? We got what, Labor Day? Yeah, Labor Day coming up. 4th of July coming up. All those days are federal. You'll be able to talk. What did you say? You'll be able to talk his phone, and I'm sure he'll be he'll be on your phone, and he'll make you have, Lord, have to, but a certain office case. Yeah, man, I wouldn't trust that. I'm just gonna say, I wouldn't trust that. That man be knowing all your personal. He might get all your contact. Mm-mm. No way. Frank was the one told me, right? Frank talking about, you heard about the Trump. You heard about Trump getting some phone, and then I saw it on the news, and I'm like, his son was up there talking. Mm-mm. You mean a certain phone case? Okay. So what y'all been doing today? Have y'all was off? Some of y'all was off today. I guess the day is just like another day to us, but it's history behind this day, y'all. And I just shared, all those slaves that got free during that time, So people are celebrating. They do like different things. We did prayer this week. That's why I said I'm glad we did do the prayer challenge, because they went right on with some of the things that people do on Juneteenth. They go up here, they doing different events. This weekend, if I go, y'all know y'all gonna see it. They doing like a Jubilee Day. They're gonna be dancing. They gonna have different little stuff, parades and stuff like that. Oh, that how much it is? Woo! So, is he putting it up? How some plans be like, you pay it over months or whatever? You ain't got to pay that up front, is you? I was laughing at what Six Bones and her baby dad and tripping. Y'all know Trump. Y'all know Six Bones and Trump with her baby dad. Girl, don't tell nobody else that. Don't tell nobody else that's your baby dad. I remember when she did a video about it. I was look at Six Bones. Hello, Collins. How you doing? Good to see you. Did I see how much the phone would be? What they said, about 450, 500, something like that. You been doing all right? That's good. You had a day off today? Are you enjoying your day off, or you on break? And thank you, East Dad, for coming in the chat. You be on your break, you'll come in here and support. I appreciate you. They got all this stuff anyway. If you talk in your house, the next thing you know, something pops up in your phone about, yeah, that's true. What's the drink? I call this my Juneteeth drink. It's just pineapple, oranges, and I got some lemonade and strawberry. Hey, Sessa, how you doing? I did it on short. Y'all can check out my short video. I did it on a short. But if you want to add alcohol in it, you can. It's just like oranges, strawberry, pineapple, and I got that strawberry lemonade in here, and I add some water in it. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Because they said red recognized Juneteenth, right? So I made a red drink. You been doing all right, Sassy? Y'all don't forget to check out everybody prayer today. I'm so glad we did do some prayers today, this week. That was, we try to encourage others, and you never know who might need a word of prayer, a word of comfort. Tomorrow is the last day. Next week we'll be doing brunch of the day. And the last challenge will be 30-minute live or either live stream. Yep. Shout out to Sassy. Shout out to Miss Key Kitchen and more. Shout out to Frank G Life. We hanging in there. I think that's the only one. I think I ain't gonna say that. But I think TNT did one. She put some on her community wall. I was able to see it. So I try not to overlook nobody. If I see anybody sharing, I see what they doing. But sometimes we just don't get a notification. That's the monthly price for the iPhone, Frank. Oh, the month bill. Okay. So the bill gonna be 40. Oh, you believe that? You saying the monthly bill gonna be $47? I don't believe that. He there trying to get some customers. That is. Then when you know how some people be advertising stuff, y'all. And then once you get it, it don't be nothing like the advertising. It don't be nothing like the advertising. He tries to get people money in. I know his son was talking about it. But anyway, happy Juneteenth. Let's put some drinks in the chat, y'all. If y'all got some things to show, some drinks in the chat, put up some drinks. A happy Juneteenth Day, y'all. I don't believe that, Frank. I know he said $47. You know when them folks get through adding those taxes but what kind of plan he offering though? Is that for a? Because I did see him talking about it, but I'm like, I ain't studying that stuff. Is that for like unlimited or, some phone company be giving you unlimited talking and stuff like that? I guess I got to go back and watch it, what he was saying, but Because 9 times out of 10, you going to end up paying for that phone. Y'all know how them phone companies be doing. Y'all know they be adding your phone paying within so many months. Cause I got I'm ready for an upgrade, right? And they told me I got 9 more payments. Cause they added in with my bill. I'm like, what? I said, I knew I had that phone about 2 years at the most. That time I had a contract, and I got 9 more months on it. I want to get something else. Because I'm not paying for it. So $4.99 for an iPhone if it doesn't sit down. Both my kids, my grandkid got an iPhone too. Those phones are expensive, ain't they? Lord. I ain't had nothing but Android. I had said I want to upgrade to an iPhone. My kids and my mom, he ain't gonna know how to run that iPhone. Whenever I get me an upgrade, I might try. I don't know. I don't want nothing gonna be complicating my brain. The Android, they be complicated enough, but I can figure them out. So what everybody been doing today? Just chilling. It been raining here all day. I went outside. Ooh, it was lightning out there. What y'all been doing today? Just chilling. You said even the people on the news said. Even the people on the news said, "Dump iPhone going to be cheap, a cheap mess." Yeah. $47 a month. That's a good price, but it's gonna be more to it, y'all. It's gonna be some strings somewhere. You know, it's gonna be more to it. Y'all already know it's gonna be more to it. So they is trying to advertise and try to get people to join. Probably some people in my comment section said they would pay for it when you did a video on it. Okay, I ain't seen your video. I gotta check it out. Yeah, live pride. I usually catch you some days. I ain't really seen you none there. I was finna go looking to see where you all right. Y'all know sometimes we take our little breaks and stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I know I usually see your video pop up or live stream pop up every now and then. But I ain't really seen it. I saw Frank put out a message today, and I've been seeing the ones been doing the prayer challenge. And just checking out the members and stuff like that. Okay. Oh, that what you got an iPhone too? They say like my daughter and I be taking pictures. They be taking some good pictures now. They have some good. I like the way they pictures be looking. You said I didn't comment to them, but I just okay. You got an iPhone? 6 how you and the family doing? I see the baby getting so big. They doing all right. I saw that little haul you had the other day, a couple days ago. You said iPad, all of that. Okay. Everything is expensive now though, y'all. But when we was talking about that Juneteenth, I don't know why they were trying to mess with the holiday. Let people, this is some people is happy about it, or celebrating about it, I know they were saying he trying to change stuff in the history book. I don't think I say, I don't have nothing against people that voted for him. I mean, people voted for who they want to vote for. And he's our president now. Whether we just got to pray through it, pray about it, be able to deal with him for the next 4 years. And I always have said, I just hope he do right by the people. Do right by everybody. Don't have certain groups of people that you going to try to make sure they fine. All of us out here trying to live. You know what I'm saying? All of us trying to make it out here. So hopefully he'll do right. No, hopefully. I pray he do. See, Bo, you need to get on your baby dad now, for real now. Yeah. 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 It's politics, just like car salesmen and everybody else he was just trying to get them votes. Everything was sounding good to some people then. Just like people try to sell you stuff. You know how that go. But yeah, hopefully, I just hope he do right by everybody. Don't try to take these folks, mess with these children's schooling. He's trying to cut out some stuff with the education. He's trying to change the history. He's just doing too much. He's doing too much. You have to do your own research. History book have to be compared against other literature. Yeah, the more you know, the more you need to learn. That's true. And it's good that they still try to teach those children in school whether they pay attention or not. They still have history teachers. I had my history teacher was hard. That man, I think that man gave us a test every week. I'm like, what? He gave us a test every week, I believe. I be seeing it sometimes. Now I be like, Mr. David. I said, Mr. David still look the same. Don't look like my history teacher aged at all, y'all. The man still look the same. Even though I know he have, but wow, wow. Every time I look at it, I think about them tests I used to them pay. But it's good to know your history though, for real. It's good to know your history. You know, like I said, I just try to share a little information about stuff. But you know, you still do your own research. And this day is all about freedom, and how people feel about it is still up to them, you know. But I'm just thankful and glad that times are not like it used to be. You know how things be black and white and stuff like. I'm just glad things are not like that now. But there's still some people out here in the world still prejudiced toward each other. You know, but ain't nobody gonna take nobody talking to them in any kind of way these days. You know how they used to do the slave back in the day? Ain't nobody falling for that now. Child, gonna be alright out here. Some people don't like history. I love history. There's okay. It was it. You know, it was you learned a lot of history. I'm just gonna tell you, you do learn a lot in history. Um, it's a lot. Okay, six bones head. Okay, that's what she said. Uh, they run history class by forcing children to memorize dates instead of focus on it. Yeah, yep. It's so much history, it can make it hard to take a test. Cause, yeah, cause, hold up. Cause this is so much. That's true. I know it. And I don't mind learning. You know, I be want to know some things. You know, at the age I am now, it's good to want to still know your history, and then you can teach your grandkids or your children about some of this stuff. You know, I like listening at my grandmama when my grandma used to be talking about stuff. I like used to hear all those stories, and then my mom them used to be talking about some of the stuff they used to do. I be sitting there with my ears open. I be trying to say what? Cause I was talking to somebody the other day. Oh yeah, about my mama now. I was saying my mama had 9 brothers, and all my grandma had 18 kids. My grandma had 18 kids, right? And my mom and one other sister living. And I said back then, wasn't no birth control and all that stuff back there with them. They didn't have birth control back then. And, you know, in the 1850s, and I'm sure it was some kind of way, but they don't speak on it. I haven't heard them say anything about it, but my grandma and my grandpa, well, they wasn't playing. 9 girls and 9 boys, they was cutting up. You hear me? And most of them was stay at home. Someone was in the field and stuff like that, you know. But if we sit back and think about some of the things that our grandparents and all them went through, they said it seemed like they was having a good life. Whether they had what we have now, but it still seemed like they had a good life. Even though now we know times are hard now. I can remember those bitwives. I remember when my mama was pregnant with my baby brother. I don't even know if they still have midwives. I think they have midwives at the hospital. But they used to have midwives coming to people's houses when they get ready to have babies and stuff like that. I remember when my mama, I was little, but I remember the lady coming to the house when she had my brother. Now you going to the hospital. Mm-hmm. I used to like science too. It was all right. It was good to know some things about science. Yeah. But history is one of those things that is good to know. Like Jeopardy. Y'all remember the show? It still come on. I never could figure that Jeopardy out. How many of y'all played Jeopardy? Y'all watch Jeopardy? There's a lot of history on that show, y'all. A lot of history on that show. Yes, great granny was a midwife. Oh, really? Okay. They would work hard today. Working is like pulling teeth. Absolutely. Absolutely, Frank. These kids don't know what it is these days. You know, they think it's easy, but it's not. I watched it the other day. Oh, what did you watch? I'm trying to catch up with y'all. Oh, Jeopardy. Oh, okay. Yeah, honey. That show, that was a brain buster. There, you hear me? That is a brain buster. There. I never could get the hang of Jeopardy though. Now I watch Wheel of Fortune, but that Jeopardy, you gotta know your history on now. But anyway, guys, I was just coming up telling everybody happy Juneteenth, and you know, I'm just talking about the meaning behind it and why they celebrate it. You know, it's for freedom. It's Freedom Day. It's Freedom Day, y'all. It's Freedom Day. Yep. And it's in our history books. You know, it started off in Texas. They started out with a whole lot of slaves. They had to free a whole lot of slaves, y'all. So I hope Donald Trump don't change history. Let history be what it be. Let people learn about their history. Don't try to erase stuff out those history books. You know, my children, their children, let it be where they're able to learn about who their ancestors are and what people did for us, you know? Yeah. Cause one thing about my granddaughter, she be asking questions. Y'all see she a little high. I talked to her today. I ain't seen her, but I talked to her on the phone. She still tell my grandma, you gonna let me get a YouTube channel? I'm like, girl, I thought she had forgot about that. Not now. I said, when I come up there tomorrow, the weekend, I'll let you get on my show. I ain't really love getting no channel yet. Unless you talk about her little guinea pig. But these kids, these days know so much, y'all. They know so much. This right here good. I had made a big picture of it. I can drink on it tomorrow, tonight, or whenever. My husband not gonna drink it. Right, because all we can do is remove it, we can be but we can keep it alive. That's true. The same way our people pass stories down to us. It is just good to have it documented. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he he think he God, I guess. He think he can change everything. But hey, yeah, I know I had heard that on the BET Award when they were saying he trying to change. They trying to take stuff out the libraries, and I remember I used to go to the library a lot when I was coming up. Do y'all ever go? I know y'all probably don't go now, but did y'all ever used to go to the library and read books and stuff? You know, everybody got their phones now, of course. You can pull up stuff, but I used to love to go to the library. I love to go to the library. And every week they would show us a movie about something, you know, concerning history, of course. I remember when I first saw Roots, y'all. Y'all remember when they first came out with Roots? Oh my God. When they first came out with Roots, I was young, you know, I was a little bit. I remember when they first came out with it. Now that was a tearjerker right now. That had you crying now. It'll make you mad too. Yeah, and then they start showing it in school. We would do reports on it and stuff like that. And it's still, you know, they still talk about it when it come up to Black History Month. They'll talk about, you know, roots and the stuff that the slaves went through and how they were treating slaves and stuff like that. Stuff like that it get to me. YouTube is not fun and games. It is a grown adult thing. Yeah, I know. But if she wanna get a child afraid, you know, of course I'm gonna be there with her. You know, she just probably, you know how some people like she just wanna show her toys and talk about school. But other than that, she ain't gonna have no channel not because I don't want her to be exposed to a lot of stuff. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. She don't even know how to read yet. You know, she might know a few words. Because sometimes when she be in my chat, she know how to read and stuff like, you know, but not a whole lot. Because she just going to the second grade. She going to the second grade. So yeah. Yeah, I remember when I first seen Roots. I remember when I seen The Color Purple. Y'all remember The Color Purple? Woo! I remember when I seen that the first time. I went to the movie and saw that. I was younger then. It made me cry too. It made me mad too. hmm But it was just showing how things was back then. Yeah. And you can learn a lot from some of these movies and history books. You can learn a lot. I like watching like older pictures like that. I like watching pictures like that. But I don't like to watch the ones that be when they be doing all the whipping and like when they be whipping them and stuff like. I don't like to see that kind of stuff. But yeah. But anyway, I just came on y'all. Wish y'all a happy Juneteenth. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Um, Lion Pride, you out there walking or you finna walk? And I want to thank everybody for coming over. Like I said, Juneteenth is a federal holiday, but they say still some states are not recognizing it, y'all. I guess they couldn't get the whole United States to go federal with it, but majority of the United States are federal with it. There's still gonna be some ones that I'm thinking like the country, like the country. Some countries are not recognizing. They say about at least 28 states. I don't know which states are they, but it's some states are not recognizing. And it's about us. Today is about us, African American. That's what today is about our ancestors and how they had to get freed. How they got freed. So it's about us, and we should look at it in such a way that this is what our ancestors had to go through. They paved the way for us. They paved the way for us. No, none of us, I hope none of us in my chat and nobody in my family, my mom, she wasn't in slavery days. My grandmama, she used to pick cotton and stuff like that, but she wasn't, but she can tell you some stuff how they used to treat them like that. So I'm just glad that we have came a long way. Our culture has came a long way, but it still got a way. Some things need to be worked out. We still got some ways to go on certain things, But I think we have came a long way. Yep, there's still some prejudice out there. There's still some prejudice out there. People still look at you like they think you're not smart enough. They look at you like you don't know nothing. And we got some smart uh, people out here in the world, from lawyers to doctors. You see, we had a black president. You could do whatever you put your mind to do. And whatever God allow you to do. Long as God give you the strength to be able to do some of the things that you want to do it. Don't let nobody make you feel like you can't do those things. Because with God, all things are possible. I enjoyed everybody for coming over. I don't know who's going live next, but let's continue to support one another. Like I said, I have these shirts and other shirts in my shop. Everything is 25% off today. Ooh, I done drunk enough of this right here. Gonna have me going to the bathroom, but tastes pretty good. I really enjoyed it. But it's my computer there. I'm trying to get it back where I can see the comments again. But anyway, we got one more day on the prayer of the day. What's tomorrow? Is Friday. I usually do a movie review, but I haven't watched nothing. I haven't watched no movies. I might see can I find one tonight. I've been working on some more stuff. probably see what the update is about that baby. Because I was talking about him yesterday. But they say he's still fighting. The little baby's still fighting, y'all. Um, just make you think about your own children and grandkids and some things you've been through and some things, Though I said some people can relate to some things people are going through. Some people can't relate to it. hmm But do y'all see the ad on this live stream? I was trying to put. They said, yeah, I think I seen one. Did y'all see an ad on here? Cause they be having these ads on these live stream now. Okay. I'm just looking at something right quick. But anyway, y'all make sure y'all check out everybody. Let's continue to support. Let's continue to uplift one another. Cause you never know who might need an encouraging word. I don't know if Lion Pride live now, but she said she been walking. I'm gonna see if she's live now. I was trying to go on my other device, but like I said, I had lost a family friend today. Prayers going out to the family. Wow, it's just people are leaving here every day. I guess they'll be talking about Tyler Perry now. Lord have mercy. I just tuned in and it was talking about him all. Allegedly, he assaulted somebody. Lord have mercy. Mm, mm, mm. Everybody's saying it look like people just after money. I don't know. But if anybody did anything to someone in that kind of way, you should get in trouble for it if you have did it. But people need to be honest, tell the truth about it. If somebody sexual abuse you or sexual harass you, make sure you tell the truth about it. Don't lie on nobody. Cause you get the line, eventually it come out, and you gonna be looking like a fool. So I don't know. I was trying to see see if anybody had anything else to say. But Juneteenth, I'm proud to know that Juneteenth is one of those days that we should recognize. We should recognize that it's part of our history. It is part of our history, whether you participating in some type of event or like I said, they've been doing a whole lot of stuff. From the schools are closed, but the church has been doing stuff. Um, the bank, they did something before today. A lot of those places are closed today, but they was been doing events all day and all week. So just recognizing the people and what it stands for. I'm finna put y'all some flowers in here. Then I'm finna get off of here. But I do want to thank everybody for coming in. I do appreciate you all. Frank, what good? I need to find a movie to get a review on. What's good? I ain't been watching nothing. I've been doing some more stuff. But you probably left out. Let's see, can I find something to watch? A lot of people still talking about straw. They still talking about that. I know that. Some people saying they just not watched the movie. I'm like, really? Yeah. But it was very meaningful. It's what it's what's reality. But anyway, y'all, I enjoyed everybody. What y'all had for dinner today? We had some chili dogs. We had some chili dogs. I wasn't up to cooking nothing for real. I really wasn't. But I had some chili dog. Something very quick. I was trying to type in some. But anyway, these flowers are for everyone. I want to thank everybody for coming over. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. Y'all can check out my website. Today is only day for 25% off. But I enjoy y'all as always. And just remember, Juneteenth is a federal holiday. And they being recognized, and that's a good thing. And that is a good thing that they do recognize Juneteenth, regardless of they trying to get it knocked off out the history books. But and I hope it don't come down to that, because now people are being able to be off with pay, and then the ones that can't be off, they still supposed to pay them double pay. I think that's how they do when you work on a holiday. I think that's how they do, because I remember we had to work like that one time, and they had to pay us double pay because it's a federal holiday. All right, you guys. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Stay encouraged and always stay what? Prayed up. And until next time. Bye-bye. That's not right quick. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.